Welcome back. Let's talk about this new twist in the Jussie Smollett case. A judge now appointing a special prosecutor to investigate the handling of the case and uncover why state's attorney Kim Foxx delegated it to her top deputy. Foxx says she was following her ethics officer's advice, but that officer is now saying she's lying. Here now to break it all down is attorney Leeza Garber. Good morning. Thank you for seeing us.
Great to see you.
I just said thank you for seeing us. Thank you for being here is what I meant to say.
All of it.
So what do you think? Does this have legs where it stands now with these new developments?
It definitely has legs, and they are out for justice. And really what happened is Foxx, the state's attorney, she has a lot of power, right? But she didn't have the power to choose who took her stead when she said, I have conflict of interest. I really can't prosecute this case. And that's what the judge is now saying. We need a special prosecutor who's conflict-free.
So I'm going to read two statements now, and I want to get your opinion on the back end. Let's take a look at one from Kim Foxx first. And this reads, quote, I respectfully disagree with the court's conclusion regarding recusal. I followed the advice and counsel of my then chief ethics officer. And then we have this statement from April Perry, who was Foxx's former chief ethics officer. And this says, quote, my advice was that the first assistant, Joseph Magatz, seek the court's approval and request a special state's attorney appointment in this matter. I prepared a motion and order to that effect and emailed it to the first assistant on February 20th. Shortly after sending that email, the first assistant advised me that the state's attorney, Foxx, determined that the motion and order should not be filed. What do those two statements tell you?
Basically, that Foxx is now in the eye of the hurricane. She did the right thing in coming forward and saying she did have a conflict of interest, and it was pretty heavy. She knew the family of the actor. There were some other ties that she had. But in choosing this other attorney to take her place, she had no legal precedent to do that. That's what they're saying. It wasn't standard protocol. And having your ethics, your chief ethics person saying you did the wrong thing, it really doesn't look good for her.
So what could happen to Kim Foxx?
She could get in big trouble. I mean, it's an elected office, so chances are things are not going to look good for her retaining this office. But really what I think is so important is that she messed up a case that's really in the public eye. That's something that's going to affect her office and also Smollett.
Well, that's one of the questions now is, should Jussie Smollett at this point be nervous?
Jussie Smollett should be very nervous. The problem is that the charges were dismissed relatively quickly, and since there was no actual adjudication, he can be tried again for the same charges, for more charges. He could face a lot of fees. He could face jail time, and that's in addition to these previous 16 felony counts, but also he's facing a suit from the city for about $130,000 that the police spent on their resources, and then also a suit from the two brothers that he allegedly involved in his crime. They're throwing a defamation suit his way, so he's in big trouble.
So this could turn around real quickly.
Yes.
I guess as far as the public opinion goes, you know, people want to know what actually happened. Do you think that the truth and the facts of this ever fully come out?
I think at this point there will be no choice but for them to come out. The public's already seen a bit of what happened, and we're all curious if they had this much available as evidence, why did these charges get dismissed? So now it's really going to be under the magnifying glass.
Okay, we'll certainly be watching. Leeza, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Rob?